You're about to discover the shocking truth about manifestation that's been hiding in plain sight. Most people think manifestation is about getting what they want, but what if it's actually about becoming who they're meant to be? The real magic happens when you let go of your attachment to specific outcomes and instead align with your deepest purpose. But here's the kicker: your deepest desires are not what you think they are. In fact, they're often the opposite of what you're currently craving. The desires you're chasing are just symptoms of a deeper longing, a longing for connection, for meaning, for purpose. If you don't understand this, you'll keep manifesting the same patterns, the same cycles of frustration and disappointment. You'll be stuck in a never-ending loop of wanting and not having. But what if you could break free from this cycle? What if you could tap into the true source of manifestation, the source that creates reality, not just your desired outcomes? The stakes are higher than you think. Your entire reality is waiting to be rewritten. And it starts with understanding the hidden forces that shape your desires and learning to harness them. As you begin to understand that your deepest desires are not what you think they are, you're faced with a paradox. The more you try to control your reality, the more it seems to slip away from you. This is where most manifestation techniques fall short, because they're based on a fundamental misunderstanding of how reality actually works. You're not just creating your reality, you're being created by it. The desires you're chasing are a reflection of the reality that's already unfolding, not the other way around. Think about it. When you're trying to manifest something, you're often coming from a place of lack or resistance. You're focusing on what's missing rather than what's already present. This creates a kind of energetic tug of war where you're pulling against the very reality you're trying to create. It's like trying to swim against a powerful current. You'll exhaust yourself, and you'll still end up downstream. The truth is, manifestation is not about getting what you want. It's about becoming what you already are. It's about aligning with the deeper currents of reality, rather than trying to control them. This is where the concept of surrender comes in, not as a passive giving up, but as an active process of letting go of your attachment to specific outcomes. When you surrender, you're not abandoning your desires. You're allowing them to unfold in a way that's more in tune with the larger reality. As you start to let go of your need for control, you'll begin to notice subtle shifts in your perception. You'll start to see patterns and connections that you hadn't noticed before. You'll realize that your reality is not just a reflection of your individual desires, but a complex web of energies and influences that are all interconnected. This is where the real magic happens, not when you're trying to control the outcome, but when you're allowing the outcome to emerge from the depths of your own being. The question is, are you willing to let go of your attachment to the how and trust in the unfolding of your reality? Are you willing to step into the unknown and allow yourself to be guided by the subtle currents of energy that are always at work? As you do, you'll start to experience a sense of freedom and release that you've never known before. And that's just the beginning, because when you truly understand how to manifest, you'll realize that the real power was within you all along, waiting to be unleashed. As you start to align with the deeper currents of reality, you may begin to notice that your thoughts and emotions are not as random as you once thought. They're actually part of a complex web of energies that are influencing your perception of the world. Most people think that their thoughts and emotions are solely their own, but actually, they're being shaped by a multitude of factors, including their environment, past experiences, and even the collective unconscious. This realization can be both fascinating and unsettling. On one hand, it opens up new possibilities for understanding yourself and the world around you. On the other hand, it raises questions about the nature of free will and personal responsibility. If your thoughts and emotions are being influenced by external factors, do you really have control over your reality? The truth is, your thoughts and emotions are not entirely your own, but that doesn't mean you're powerless. In fact, by acknowledging the complex interplay of energies that shape your reality, you can begin to tap into a deeper sense of agency and creativity. You start to see that your thoughts and emotions are not fixed entities, but rather dynamic forces that can be influenced and directed. For example, have you ever noticed how your emotions can shift dramatically depending on the people you're around or the environment you're in? This is not just a matter of being influenced by external circumstances. It's also a reflection of the deeper connections that exist between you and the world around you. By tuning into these connections, you can begin to sense the subtle patterns and rhythms that underlie your reality. As you look at this further, you'll start to realize that manifestation is not just about getting what you want. It's about becoming aware of the subtle energies that are already at work in your life. It's about learning to read the signs and signals that are being sent to you, and using that information to inform your decisions and actions. Most people think that manifestation is a linear process, but actually, it's a complex and multifaceted one that requires a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. By embracing this complexity, you'll be able to tap into a more meaningful sense of creativity and possibility. The moment of truth arrives when you realize that manifestation isn't about forcing your desires onto the world. It's about harmonizing with the underlying fabric of reality. You've been tuning into the subtle energies and patterns that shape your reality, and now you're about to unlock the secret to aligning with them. The breakthrough lies in understanding that your true power doesn't come from your thoughts or emotions, but from the space between them, the stillness that connects you to the present moment. As you settle into this stillness, you'll begin to sense the intricate web of causality that underlies all of existence. You'll see how every thought, every emotion, and every action sends ripples through the universe, influencing the world around you in ways both seen and unseen. This realization is both exhilarating and humbling, as you come to understand that your manifestation power isn't about controlling outcomes, but about becoming a conscious participant in the unfolding of reality. The key to manifestation lies not in visualizing specific outcomes, but in cultivating a deep sense of inner alignment with your true nature. It's about embracing the uncertainty and unpredictability of life and finding freedom in the midst of chaos. As you embody this sense of alignment, you'll start to notice that your reality begins to reflect your deepest desires, not because you've forced them into being, but because you've become a vibrational match for the life you want to live. This is the essence of manifestation, not a technique or a formula, but a way of being that harmonizes you with the ever-unfolding universe, allowing you to co-create a reality that reflects your highest potential, and that's when the real magic happens. Now that you've tapped into the stillness and aligned with your true nature, it's time to bring this newfound awareness into your daily life. Let's examine how to manifest your desires in a way that feels authentic and effortless. Imagine you're planning a vacation to a place you've always wanted to visit. You've been dreaming about it for years, but somehow it never seems to happen. You're about to discover how to change that. First, let's talk about the power of specificity. Instead of just thinking, I want to go on vacation, try being precise about the details. Where exactly do you want to go? What activities do you want to do? What kind of accommodations are you looking for? The more specific you are, the clearer your vision becomes. For example, instead of I want to relax on a beach, try I want to spend my days lounging on the pristine beaches of Bali, snorkeling in the crystal clear waters, and enjoying local cuisine at a beachside restaurant. Next, let's focus on the emotional connection. How do you want to feel during this vacation? Is it relaxation, excitement, or a mix of both? Connect with those emotions and let them guide your manifestation. Visualize yourself feeling carefree, enjoying the sun on your skin and the sound of the waves crashing against the shore. The stronger your emotional connection, the more vivid your mental picture becomes. Now, let's bring this into your daily routine. Take a few minutes each day to immerse yourself in this vision. You can do this by journaling, meditating, or simply taking a few deep breaths and visualizing your desired outcome. As you do this, pay attention to any resistance or doubts that arise. Acknowledge them and gently let them go. For instance, if you catch yourself thinking, I'll never be able to afford this, acknowledge the thought and reframe it to, I'm open to receiving abundance and opportunities that make this vacation possible. As you continue to focus on your vision, start to notice the small synchronicities and opportunities that come your way. You might stumble upon a travel deal or meet someone who can help you plan your trip. These are not coincidences. They're the universe responding to your energy. Share your experiences in the comments below. What's the most surprising way you've seen your manifestations unfold? Your story might inspire others to take the leap and trust in their own manifestation power. By staying open and receptive, you'll be amazed at how quickly your desires start to manifest. As you continue to refine your manifestation practice, you'll inevitably encounter obstacles that test your resolve. One of the most significant challenges is maintaining a consistent vibrational frequency. To overcome this, try incorporating sensory experiences into your daily routine, such as listening to uplifting music or surrounding yourself with inspiring scents. For instance, you might create a playlist that evokes feelings of joy and excitement, or use essential oils to create a calming atmosphere. Another potential hurdle is letting go of attachment to specific outcomes. Instead of focusing on the end result, try to cultivate a sense of curiosity and openness. Ask yourself, what if the universe has something even better in store for me? This mindset shift allows you to trust in the manifestation process and stay receptive to new possibilities. When you master the art of manifestation, you'll start to notice subtle yet powerful changes in your life. You might find yourself making decisions with greater ease or feeling a deeper sense of connection to your intuition. As you continue to trust in the process, you'll unlock the doors to new opportunities and experiences that align with your deepest desires, propelling you toward a life of purpose and fulfillment, and ultimately to a state of being where manifestation becomes second nature. As you master manifestation, your life transforms into a vibrant reflection of your deepest desires. Every day, you'll wake up with purpose, clarity, and a sense of excitement. Inaction, on the other hand, means staying stuck in a life that's not yours. The choice is yours. By embracing manifestation, you'll unlock a life of fulfillment and joy. Take control, trust the process, and watch your reality shift. Now, it's your turn to create the life you've always dreamed of. Subscribe to stay on the path, and let's continue this path together, unlocking your full potential.